Welcome back to the quick start guide of C. In this series of videos, we are talking about how we can make a tic-tac-toe game, and in the process, we are trying to learn about the essential concepts of C programming. Today, we are going to cover something extremely important that's called scope of variables, local and global variables. What is a scope? Scope actually means you can define it by saying that variables have a defined area of jurisdiction. Now this area is called the scope. They cannot operate beyond that particular area of jurisdiction, which means that you cannot assign a value or read them outside their scope. Now we are going to see what that means exactly. So first of all, let us try to cover local variables. This is the program, and we have the main over here. Some integers are defined, I, J, X. Then we have a for loop, and inside that for loop we are making a call to board make move with some input variables. Now if you look at this, main is a function, and within the braces of this function, if any variable is defined, it is called a local variable, and the scope of that variable is within the bounds of this function. Main is also a function. Likewise, board make move is also a function, and anything defined within the bounds of these curly braces has a scope which is within the bounds of this particular function. If we look at here, we have X. X is within the bounds of this main, so it doesn't have any value over here. It is undefined over here. And if you say that X is equal to 1, this will result in a compilation error because X is not defined within this particular function. Now suppose we are executing this program, and in one particular pass of this for loop, I is equal to 5 and J is equal to 2. And then this particular function is called when the control reaches here. At this point, I is not 5 and J is not 2. This IJ is not same as this IJ over here. This IJ is local to this board make move. Although the names are same, but this IJ is different from this IJ. When we assign I is equal to 0 and J is equal to 3, the assignment is for this particular IJ. There is no effect on the IJ of the main. So this is how local variables work. Let's look at global variables. This is a global variable. It is not within the bounds of any function. Main starts from here, ends here. Some function starts from here, ends here. Starts from here, ends here. This particular thing is outside any function, and this has a global scope, which means the scope is within the whole program. So you can access this variable from here and scanf and enter a value for name1 from main. You can print from some other function and do some other thing from some other function. If it is outside the bounds of the function, then it is global in nature. We try to define as little globals as possible. We just take globals which are very essential and try to make use of local variables as much as possible. For small program it is okay, but for large programs it will result in complications. And the general rule is to have minimum global variables and maximum local variables. So a small exercise. So make a program and have globals G1, G2, local variables in main M1, ML1, ML2, ML3. Make a function, have FL1, FL2, L3, and function X1, X2, X3. Now print the variables, print the values of all these variables inside their functions, and then set them to 1 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for global G1 should be 0, G2 should be 1, G3 2, and so on and so forth. Now what you need to do is print the globals from the main function f and x, and print f1, okay, fl1 from f and x, and print x2 from the function x and from main. So do all these things and similar things, and you will get to understand more deeply what local and global variables mean. Thank you.